Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Construction's domino effect. A pair of big lane closures in Utica have created danger on the side streets.
Michigan's daily COVID case counts take another big jump as the state's chief medical executive weighs in on masks in schools.
With just one weekend standing between vaccinated Americans and a visit to Canada, we're learning more about what those would-be travelers should expect. Glad you're with us tonight for Local 4 News at 6. Topping our news at this hour, the countdown is on for those making final preparations, finally, for visits to Canada.
But right now, it's a big mess at the two main border crossings here in southeast Michigan. We showed you 5. And Sky 4 is live above big backups affecting vehicles trying to cross the U.S.-Canada border. It's due to a strike by Canadian border workers, and it's causing backups on I-75 and on I-94 in Port Huron.
Bad news then for commercial or essential visitors allowed to cross now. Monday, though, is the big day many non-essential travelers have been pointing to as the border reopens to fully vaccinated Americans. So let's bring in Grant Herms. Quite a checklist here for folks to complete before they try to cross.
It is a lengthy checklist, Devin, and if you wanted to cross into Canada on Monday at 12:01, the first minute you can, you had to have started by today, and I'm not talking about all the traffic here. You need to have a COVID test done already, and that is just one of those things on that checklist before you head across the border.
Come Monday, non-essential travel to Canada will reopen. Thousands of waiting Michiganders ready to cross the border. But there are strict new rules. First, American travelers will have to show a negative COVID test at least 72 hours before travel and have proof they're fully vaccinated plus 14 days. All of it has to be loaded onto a profile on the ArriveCan app or website, which asks for those details along with how long the stay is and their quarantine plan should they be exposed across the border. At the border, travelers will still be subject to screening, including being screened for COVID symptoms along with ArriveCan documents and the normal things like their passport and eligibility. Canadian officials saying on a call today the added measures could cause some delays. Things are changing for kids, too. Any child who's too young to get the shot is allowed to cross over with fully vaccinated parents without quarantining, but will have to follow health guidelines. Any child over the age of 12 who is unvaccinated can still cross, but will need to quarantine for up to 10 days. On the return trip, things are much easier. Customs and Border Patrol saying in a statement today, the temporary restrictions on non-essential travel at U.S. land border ports of entry remains in effect and unchanged. U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents are classified as essential travel and must have appropriate travel documents when entering the U.S. as they always have.
Now, when it comes to crossing the border in other ways, there are things to know there, too. If you are a residential boater trying to cross, you follow the same guidelines as anybody else would be in a land vehicle. Airports are going to operate the same way they always have during the pandemic. And if you're one of those Nexus Pass holders, you are still subject to those same Arrive Canada app and website guidelines, even if you are in that express lane. Back to you.
Yeah, so Grant, what's being said about when the border could open on our end?
Yeah.
Well, so far, everything we know is that deadline was pushed out to August 21st, at least August 21st. Both countries here are watching the spread of the Delta variant and the vaccination rate very closely. They said in that call today with Canadian officials that things could change for better or worse, depending on which thing gets better or worse.
Yeah.
Back to you.
We'll be watching.
Texting with a friend who is stuck in that tunnel traffic. 70 minutes so far, and they haven't moved at all in 15 minutes. Just stuck.
Not where you want to be.
Not going anywhere, yeah. All right, Grant. Let's turn now to the coronavirus. This afternoon, State Health Department announced a 3-day total of nearly 4,000 new cases, along with 3 more lives lost.
That's an average of more than 1,300 cases per day. State also announced it will now release new virus data on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday instead of just Tuesday and Friday. Meanwhile, for a second straight year, the AFL-CIO has canceled its Detroit Labor Day March, citing concerns over the rise in COVID-19 cases. With the start of school just around the corner, many districts are releasing their plans regarding school mask policies, but we've noticed a trend. Some district policies that say they're consistent with the CDC and state guidelines don't actually appear to be. Here's an example from Plymouth Canton Community Schools. Quote, consistent with MDHHS and CDC recommendations, we are strongly recommending but not requiring the wearing of face masks while indoors for student, staff, and regular volunteers. We went to the state's top doc to get some clarification.
While the state is making recommendations and not mandates, the actual recommendation is that schools have universal masking, and that means all students, all teachers, all staff wear masks in the school. So that would actually be what is following the CDC recommendations.
Chief Medical Executive Dr. Janae Caldoun says optional mask policies are not consistent with the guidelines of the CDC or MDHHS.
If everyone in that school is not wearing a mask, then that is not following the CDC recommendation.
Caldoun says, simply put, masks are most effective when everyone wears them.
If one person has COVID and they're not wearing a mask, even though it's really good for the other person to wear a mask, it's still easier for that virus to be transmitted.
Caldoun is also a mom to 3 school-aged children. We asked her if her kids will be wearing masks in school this fall.
My children certainly will be wearing masks when they go back to school. We've already talked about it, just to keep them safe. So I think that's the right thing to do. Of course, I'm concerned because I do have one child who's too young to be vaccinated. And I think wearing masks is how we're going to keep our children safe and in school, in-person learning, which is so important.
So if masks are so critical to keeping students safe and schools open, why hasn't the state mandated them?
There's so many things that go into government decisions. I know the governor has a tough job, but again, we are strongly recommending that universal masking in our schools. That's the right thing to do.
And we asked Plymouth Canton Community Schools for a response to their policy not being consistent with CDC and MDHHS guidelines. And the superintendent there says, in part, quote, when there are not COVID-19 mandates, but rather recommendations, the district will review its responsibilities to educate all of our 17,000 students based on what is best for our students and staff while continuously monitoring transmission data in our schools and communities. We may modify our requirements based on this data and how to best educate our students, end quote. You can read the entire statement on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com. Well, back to the office, school, our usual routines, but will it truly be back to normal?
All next week, we're bringing you stories to help get back to it. Monday morning, it's back to the college campus, but things could be unfamiliar there for many.
All of us at one time are new to an environment, especially a college environment, and that's what we're here to do, to help show them the resources, help them know it's never a sign of weakness to ask for help.
So what should they be doing right now to make sure they're ready?
From the classroom to the dorm room, experts from U of M, MSU, and Oakland all reveal their best advice for students and something parents should not be doing. That's Monday at 6:30 a.m. on Local 4 News Today. All right, our weather guys are always telling us never trust a warm front.
That's what they always say. Our increase in temperatures, because there we go, it comes with a chance of storms, and that starts tonight, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten used to going out after dinner and enjoying this pleasant air that we've had all week. But if you're going to do that tonight, be careful because we've got an addition to the forecast. Check out Storm Tracker 4. We've been watching this line of thunderstorms come in from the west. It is starting to weaken considerably as it moves into drier air over our corner of the state. But if you watch that cell coming out of Coldwater, still quite a bit of lightning strikes down there. And there's a decent amount of hail in that cell too. So that is not too far away from the south zone, but it's not moving all that fast. Nevertheless, after 7 o'clock, expect that in the south zone, west zone especially. And then we'll probably see chances exist through the evening and even overnight hours tonight as we head towards Saturday morning. Here's the map to show us that this stuff will fall apart pretty quickly, and then we'll look for renewed areas of thunderstorms as we get closer to midnight. Again, stretching closer to daybreak, especially in the south zone. Then we get a break until another round comes in the afternoon. So things starting to change for the rain chances over the weekend, starting to feel Florida-like next week with the humidity, and we've got even more storms in the forecast next week. We'll check all that out in a few minutes. Local Forecasters app will give you a sneak peek at that. And as always, it is free in your app store by searching WDIV. Devin?
Ben, back to you shortly. Traffic speeding through neighborhoods and blowing stop signs. That's what residents say started happening immediately after more lane closures happened in Macomb County this morning. Emergency work in Utica began today on top of work that was already occurring. So the main roads, Hall Road, Van Dyke, they're back down to one lane. As Nick Monticelli reports, the congestion was expected. Endangering kids in the neighborhoods was not.
How bad is all this traffic?
It's absolutely insane. Insane.
Crazy, man. Really crazy. I'm trying to go to work right now, that's why.
Traffic is terrible.
As promised, all the lane closures in Utica went up when the sun did. The frustration stacked up with the traffic. Roadwork has M59 down to one lane in both directions.
Trying to go east-west right now is almost impossible.
And today, emergency sewer repairs started, forcing Van Dyke down to one lane also in both directions. Almost immediately, drivers started speeding around side streets instead.
Excessive traffic going on, a lot of speeding.
Catherine Tazinski was dodging traffic, taking her niece and nephew to a neighbor's garage sale where car after car was either speeding or blowing stop signs.
To slow down for the children's sake. A lot of children in the neighborhood.
Utica police officers are spending extra time here trying to deter deviant drivers.
We're hoping this is going to be a short-term thing, maybe a week or so.
It's not good, let's put it that way.
But longtimers like Milt Kerner know the traffic in his neighborhood will not stop until the construction does.
They come flying through there. They don't pay any attention to the stop sign.
The Utica police chief has also had to position officers strategically throughout the city so they don't get caught in one spot if they have to respond to an emergency. Oh, and there's also a ball game at Jimmy John's Field tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. We're in Utica. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Nick, this emergency work being done is for sewer repair. Work's supposed to be done by Monday, but many people have their doubts, especially with, as Ben just mentioned, the potential for storms.
Yeah. Well, developing right now, a New Jersey gym owner and a Washington state man entered the first guilty pleas in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Scott Kevin Fairlam and Devlin Thompson pleaded guilty today. Both men are accused of assaulting a law enforcement officer. Sentencing is set for September. Prosecutors are seeking a 3 to 4 years prison sentence for Fairlam. No word on what prosecutors estimate the sentencing guidelines should be in Thompson's case.
All right, still more to come here at 6, including giving back to someone who served. A local Army veteran gets a new roof, and not a moment too soon.
And here's Rod.
Downtown Detroit is simply rocking with race cars, beach sand, and music.
I'm excited about seeing what new models are out.
It is the Motor City Car Crawl, day 2 of a great 4-day event. We'll have all the details for tonight's schedule and also the weekend.